The vase in the Rattle animation was created in Athens, Greece, in around 440 to 430 BCE. The central image is of a young child. The fact that an image has been made specifically of a child demonstrates a social interest in children. That suggests consciousness of them as a distinct type of person, different from adults and older children. The things around the child are things from a child's world. He has been seated on a purpose-built potty high chair. There's a hole at the front for the child's legs to come through. The vase painter has shown the child's legs at different heights, which creates the impression of him waggling them. The chair gives support for the child's lower back, and there's a hole in the seat into a chamber below to collect waste. These chairs would be used when the child was old enough to support itself in a sitting position, but before it was toilet trained and able to balance properly. On the floor in front of the child is a small jug. Jugs would be used in all sorts of aspects of a child's day-to-day life. Miniature jugs are often decorated with images of children. They were given to children at the Anthesteria festival. That was held in honour of Dionysus, when the new wine would be opened and tasted. As well as having a practical aspect, the image of the jug may be said to represent a child's increasing social behaviours. They would witness ritual activities within the home, where pouring liquid offerings, libations, would be a frequent activity. As they grew older, they would see and participate in rituals of this sort at more and more public events. The child is holding a rattle. Having it in his hand gives it a special prominence. In the Rattle animation, we hear the child progressing from random shaking to a more complex, controlled pattern. For philosophers such as Pythagoras and his circle, the mastery of rattle and rhythm was part of the structuring of a young child's mind. This educational play would support positive growth, and was an element of the child becoming fully human. As the child grew older, their thinking would benefit from this early training in order and control. It would help them become a more rational adult. The child we see does not act alone. When, in the animation, he drops the rattle, an adult appears to help him. After a while, the child tires of the rattle, and his attention is captured by the trundle wheel. The adult lifts him so he can progress to another stage of play. We see him move off with growing confidence under her watchful eye. He can toddle now and control the toy wheel. He has mastered a new challenge. The pot has shown us what a child needs. A potty to learn cleanliness, a jug to learn religious rites, a rattle to order his mind, a trundle wheel to develop walking, and there is care from the adults around him. He is on his way to being a more active member of society.